All right. On to college football as I crack open the Sierra Nevada Celebration Fresh Hop IPA.
Go find it in the stores. It's good shit.
Emerson's rocking a nice Sierra Nevada Pale Ale hat.
It's a Sierra Nevada Wednesday, baby. We got the coasters, too.
Man.
It's on.
Sponsor us.
Right.
Practically, we're halfway there. Clemson Tigers beat number 15 Notre Dame 31-23. Dabo Swinney, how you like that?
That's nice.
I'm always talking shit about Dabo. I'll give him his flowers today.
Yeah.
I'll give him his flowers today.
Yeah, we call this an upset, but in reality, if you took these teams on opening day, you'd probably say Clemson would have been the favorite. But
well, opening day is not today.
Correct.
So,
but good one for them.
Yeah. Speaking of Nick Warren again, his Oklahoma Sooners go down to the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
We watched that one together. Not a good scene.
27-24 in the quote-unquote final Bedlam. They call that game Bedlam. And, of course, Oklahoma's going to be... Or is it Oklahoma State that's leaving?
So Oklahoma's leaving for the SEC.
Yeah.
Apparently the Oklahoma State is, butthurt that Oklahoma is leaving the conference and therefore are not planning to schedule future non-conference matchups with the Sooners.
That's pettiness, and I like it.
Gotta love it.
Was Nick down bad? Was he taking shots on the couch? What was the deal?
Yeah, we actually refrained from the shots, surprisingly, yeah.
Oh, that makes me sad.
I know.
So Danny wasn't taking shots?
I didn't take one shot with Nick this weekend. Not with him, yeah. I took some shots, but he wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you took shots?
Took shots, yeah. It's kind of sad.
Freddie. Maybe Nick's not a shot guy anymore.
I don't think he's definitely not a shot guy. He was trying to get us to take fucking Fernet shots before we left to get on the plane.
Was he really?
Yeah, we went out to brunch on that Sunday morning, and he's like, dude, let's do Fernet. I'm like, dude, we got to get on the plane. We got to go. We got to get an Uber to get to the airport. I'm not trying to fucking upchuck after having a nice meal.
Okay, well, if you were given the opportunity, I don't want to hear you borderline complain about not taking shots with Nick, okay?
Nah, I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying we didn't do it.
I'm surprised Danny didn't take a Fernet shot.
We were just kind of in a rush. It was bad timing.
Okay.
If you'd have asked me like an hour earlier, I'd be like, yeah, bring it on.
Were you guys like borderline walking up, getting ready to get up and go, and he's like, oh, wait, hold on, let's take some shots?
Yeah, I mean, me and Danny paid our bill like separately from the rest of the table, and he's like, hey, let's do a Fernet shot. I'm like, dude, we gotta go.
Okay. That's understandable. Yeah. That's understandable.
That's a Nick move, though.
Yeah, total Nick move. Arizona beat number 19 UCLA 27-10.
I didn't even see this one, but saw it on the scoreboard.
Bear down.
Yeah, bear down. Arizona's now in the top 25, so they're kind of sneaking in there.
Other games of the week: number 2 Georgia beat number 12 Missouri 30-20. Number 7 Texas beat number 23 Kansas State 33-30 in overtime.
That was another reason Nick wasn't happy on Saturday.
Because
he's anti-Texas, of course.
And they lost to Kansas. Oh no, they lost to Kansas, not Kansas State.
Correct. Yeah.
Did I say Kansas State or did I say Kansas?
Just now?
Yeah.
Against Texas? I think you said Kansas State.
Okay. Yeah. Number 8 Alabama beat number 14 LSU 42-28, and number 5 Washington beat number 20 USC 52-42. And I got to mention this game real quick, mostly because of what happened after, and you probably saw this. Caleb Williams, the prodigy, the next Mahomes, future number 1 pick, barring injury, even with injury, he probably is. He was caught post-game, or like right after the game, went up to his parents in the crowd, specifically, his mom. And you could tell his face was covered because, props to mom because she...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it was on purpose, but she
screened him.
Screened him perfectly.
Yeah.
And you couldn't see what his face was looking like, but you could see, when someone cries.
He was definitely crying.
And their chest kind of...
Like crying hard, too.
Crying hard.
Yeah.
Crying hard. And it was a tough loss to Washington. This wasn't the season that he probably thought he was going to have. It wasn't the season that he thought USC was going to have. And so I understand him. I mean, that's his family. That's his mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I'm a mom's guy. I'm a mama's boy a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I know you know that, but I'm not going to lie to the listeners.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably do the same thing in that situation. Given this...
Yeah.
I mean, most likely. Maybe not like that, because it looked like he was letting it go.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
I mean, I appreciate his competitiveness. He wants to win, and he's just having a hard time dealing with it.
Maybe he was thinking, like, man, like, this is... I only have a few more games like this left because I'm going to the NFL.
Yeah.
Yada, yada. But I have absolutely no issues with him doing this, and neither should anybody else. If you have a problem with this, you got a problem with me, and I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Straight up. I mean, it's just, how can you hate on a guy? Because I know people are hating on him for doing this.
Right.
Some people, I don't know anybody personally, but I'm sure there's people out there saying, "Oh, this guy's undraftable. He can't, he's letting the emotions get to him too much."
Right.
This guy is just, he's like anybody else. He's a person. Yeah, he's in the limelight. He's a great quarterback. Dude could sling it.
Yeah.
But he's a person. He's different. The dude like paints his nails and stuff. I got nothing against it. I think he just got caught up in the moment. His fucking mom was hugging him post game after a tough loss.
Yeah.
I'd like to see anybody not act that way.
Yeah.
So Caleb Williams, you're okay in my book.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give him shit for it. Like, I think he does need to probably do a better job of coping with losing because it's gonna keep happening in his career.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So
it's not going to get any easier for the first couple of years.
Yeah.
He's going to go to a shitty team.
Exactly. So I think it really just boils down to the fact that he's having a tough time, dealing with the situation that he did not expect to be in. He thought they'd be a national championship contending team. He thought he was, and I guess, he's lucky to have the kind of expectations on himself.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people can really say that they expect to be that good. And he and his team really are not living up to it, but shit happens,
He's got a lot to live up to, like you said.
Yeah.
It's got to be tough to wake up in the morning, in a way. I mean, yeah, I understand, like, oh, boo-hoo, you're going to be a millionaire in a couple of years.
Right.
But, I mean, it's got to be a lot of pressure. I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I'm nowhere near what Caleb Williams is doing. You know what I mean? We all do.
Yeah.
It doesn't help also that his defense is Swiss cheese.
My God.
It's bad.
They're so fucking terrible.
I heard on the radio today that game against Washington was pretty much flag football.
Yeah.
It was that bad.
Colin Cowherd had a really funny tweet, and it was something like, Washington's defense is bad, but at least like they know where they are on the field, unlike USC's.
Yeah. So.
And he said some other shit about it that was pretty funny.
It's a bad season, unfortunately, like you said. I think they had higher expectations all around for USC, and nobody feels bad for them because it's SC.
Because it's fuck SC always, baby.
Yeah, it's USC. So, Caleb Williams, you'll be all right. I promise. You'll be all right.
Once again, Georgia, tested by another team. They were certainly the favorites, but Missouri gave them a good run for their money in that game. All right, we forgot to talk about this because I actually didn't realize it was coming up, but the CFP rankings are out. Mm-hmm. They were not out the last time we did our episode, but they were coming up, I think the day after. Nothing changed in the top 8 from the initial rankings. We still have Ohio State at number 1, which was a little bit of a surprise.
I was going to say, the fact that Georgia just isn't number 1 all the time since they just keep winning,
a
little surprising.
I think they were giving Ohio State credit for having some nice wins against like Notre Dame and Penn State. Georgia doesn't quite have those high quality of wins, but they're right there.
And they have the respect of being the back-to-back champs.
Right.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they probably, I would assume the committee doesn't take...
They try to not take too much of that in consideration. I actually appreciate that. They make teams earn it, if you will, when it comes to getting into the college football playoff.
And I think this is good for Georgia in a way. They're thinking, okay, they don't think that we're they don't think we're number 1.
It should be a motivator.
So we're going to show them.
Yeah, exactly. So Georgia's number 2, Michigan's number 3, Florida State number 4. I think kind of no surprises there. Washington, the last undefeated team, at number 5. Then you have Oregon, Texas, and Bama rounding out the top 8.
Look at that Pac-12 little representation right there.
No doubt. I really hope that we get a Washington-Oregon Pac-12 championship game.
That'd be sweet.
I think Oregon might get them next time because they had. You could argue they had them the first time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I mean, for Oregon, that's like the best loss you can have.
Yeah,
against an undefeated Washington team.
Right, no doubt. Let's recap picks from Week 10.
I couldn't tell you what my picks were.
I blacked out on them too. But here we are. We both went 1 and 2. Gage, your one win was Washington -4 against USC. You lost on Oklahoma and Georgia. Oklahoma lost outright, and Georgia did not cover.
I'm so done picking Oklahoma.
Yeah,
I just like every time
I was really close to putting them in the picks this week. And I was like, yeah, we should step away from that.
Next week we should step away from SC. Yeah, please.
My 3 picks were Notre Dame -3. Did not get that. They obviously lost to Clemson, and then Texas -5. Only won by 3. My 1 win was Alabama -4 against LSU, who won by 2 touchdowns. On the season, we're now Gage, you're 13-16-1. I'm 12-15-3. Both 3 games under 500. Who you got this week?
Who do I got?
Yeah.
Let's see. Who do I got?
Yeah, you.
Yes, right here. Sorry, it looks different than what it did earlier. I'm picking number 5 Washington -9.5 against number 18 Utah. I'm picking number 2 Georgia -10.5 against number 9 Ole Miss.
That'll be a good one.
Or Ole Piss is what it's going to be after this weekend. And then, man, I don't know why I keep picking SC, but I'm picking them +16.5 against number 6 Oregon.
You just love LA.
It's in my blood, dude.
It's in my play. Yeah, it is.
I'm just sticking with it.
I mean,
I'm not liking it.
It's
a big number.
I don't think it's a terrible pick because USC obviously can score points.
But like I said earlier, they got that Swiss cheese defense.
Right. But I think this could be similar to what we saw against Washington, where it's just 50-40.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you just got to hope that they keep scoring points. That's all you can really ask for. All right, for my 3 picks, I'm taking number 10 Penn State +4.5 against number 3 Michigan. I probably normally would have been thinking the other way, but I like Penn State being at home in this one.
Okay.
I think they got a chance to pull the upset. And there's a lot of shit swirling around Michigan right now with the old scandal of sign stealing and whatnot.
I'm almost also wanting to put Michigan in jail because I'm tired of hearing about it and nothing happening.
I know it's
but we don't talk about it enough to actually do it.
Right.
I just keep hearing it everywhere else.
I'm totally with you. My next pick is going to be Miami +14.5 at number 4 Florida State. Rivalry game. I think it could be entertaining and closer than Vegas thinks.
Okay.
And with my last pick, I'm taking number 14 Missouri, who just played a good game against Georgia, +1 versus Danny's number 13 Tennessee Volunteers.
Oh, we're still claiming that.
Yeah, I am. I'm anti-Tennessee this season. They've been very disappointing in my mind, especially when it comes to covering spreads. So. Bank is open.
Bank was open right
Bank is
there.
very open in the Warriors game. So I'm taking Missouri.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it for college picks.